Hey friends, it's Judith here from Snuggle Bugz, and today I'm going to be doing a comparison between two very popular baby jogger strollers. We get asked about these two a lot, so I'll be comparing the Baby Jogger City Select versus the City Select LUX. Now, these strollers have some similarities, but there are a few differences, and I plan to point those out to you today. But it's important to note the reason why the City Select and the City Select LUX do so well in store is because both of these strollers start off as a single, and with the use of a second seat kit, it can be transformed into a tandem double stroller. It allows the stroller to grow with your family, and if you're deciding if you're gonna have 1 or 2 or 3, or don't get crazy, 4, it'll help you decide which stroller is best for your lifestyle, and that's why many are drawn to Baby Jogger. Let's start with the City Select. All right, so let's start at the top of the stroller and we will work our way down. So the City Select from Baby Jogger has a telescopic handlebar that can move up and down depending on who's pushing the stroller. So obviously I would want mine lower to the ground, and my partner obviously would want his higher. Dads love these strollers because they feel nice and sturdy, and there are some grips on the handlebars which really allow you to feel like you're in control. So talking about being in control, the City Select has a handbrake right on the side here, so you can simply flip it up, and now I am secure and it's not moving. Then just simply move it down and you're ready to head off to the playground. Let's talk about the canopy on the City Select. So there is a magnetic peekaboo window with mesh, so you can keep an eye on baby. We know you're strolling around to the park to hopefully lull them to sleep on those bad days, and so it allows you to peek in to see if your trick has worked. Something that I want to point out is it is magnetic, and you can simply just secure it to the front of the canopy. It's magnetic there as well, which is a really awesome key feature. So this is UPF 50, keeping baby protected from the sun, and it can move fully back. All right, so inside of the seat, we have a 5-point puzzle piece harness, lots of room for baby to grow. And the reason there are so many levels here is because the seat on the City Select can hold up to 45 pounds. Another thing that we love about the City Select is when you do add a second seat with a second seat kit, that second seat can also hold up to 45 pounds. Generally, with tandem double strollers on the market, you're gonna have a lower weight limit on that second seat, but not with the City Select, which is what makes it such a selling feature for parents when they're trying to find the best stroller for their lifestyle. Also on the seat, there's an adjustable footrest, which means no matter how big your baby gets, you can adjust it up or down for comfort. And let's talk about these wheels. We've got front wheel suspension on the City Select, which will help you with all of your adventuring. Also a big basket. One of the things that I like about it is you can simply push these zippers down to access your belongings on the front, and then on the back of the basket, there is an elasticized area which allows you to easily get your things in and out. So I can speak from experience when out on walks with my little guy. If he decides to get out of the stroller and run alongside, he wants to get his things like his sippy cup, his toys, in and out of the basket. So as your little one grows, allow them to be a big kid. They can pop into the basket all on their own, easily accessible, which means a little more relaxing for mom and dad when you're out and about on the go. All right, so we've gone from top to bottom, the handlebar to the wheels, but I want to tell you a couple more things about this seat that I really love. So not only can it accommodate up to a 45-pound toddler, but you do have multiple recline options, which means if baby falls asleep when you're out on the go, you can easily allow them to keep sleeping. Everything is centered around sleep when you're a mom, and then you can bring them back up again when they're ready to see the world. Another thing, depending on the age of your child, is that you can actually have your child parent-facing or facing the world just by easily flipping the seat around. So on the City Select, there are these gray levers and also some deep areas to put your finger, so you can simply push the gray button down, lift up, and you can hold on to those handles to quickly adjust, and conveniently, you can then have baby facing you. If you want to keep an eye on them, I would generally suggest if your little one's younger and they're just starting to get into the stroller for a first time, you don't want them to be too stimulated, so it's nice that they have that assurance of a parent who's pushing them around as they take in the world around them. So one of the big differences between the City Select and the City Select LUX is the fold. So I want to show you that on both of the strollers. I'll show you here on the City Select now. So it's actually pretty intuitive. Just come over to your stroller and you'll see written on the black here above the Baby Jogger logo, the word fold. So simply hold on to each side that it says fold, pull up, and there you have it. Now, this is not marketed as a stroller that can self-stand, but one of the things about the City Select is that it does stay pretty flat, which is ideal if you need to put it in the trunk of your car or in your garage, store it away in a closet. It does fold pretty flat, and that is a great selling feature on the City Select. Now, let's move over and talk about the City Select LUX, because there are a couple of features that I know you're gonna go crazy for. Ta-da! Introducing the Baby Jogger City Select LUX. So when we're talking about the City Select, which I just showed you, and the LUX, there are a couple of differences, and I'm excited to walk you through them because it's more than just a premium fabric option, and of course this very pretty black frame. So starting at the top, it has the same features that you saw on the City Select LUX, like the telescopic handlebar. Here's where a difference lies. The City Select LUX has this hand brake, almost like a bicycle brake, which gives you a lot more control when you're headed downhill. A lot of people like that feature if they're outdoorsy. This is not a jogging stroller, but it does allow you to take on some terrain when you're out and about with baby. So I do want to pop around to the stroller. Speaking of taking on lots of different terrains, there is all-wheel suspension on the City Select LUX, which is a very beneficial feature if you know you're going to be out and about, heading to the playground, to baseball games, cobblestone, you name it, this stroller can handle it with that all-wheel suspension. This also has a peekaboo window up top. It's in a bit of a different position, but it's still very ideal, and it's magnetic as well. So you can simply pull it down, have a little peekaboo on baby, make sure they're resting. If you need to hear them a little clearer, if they're trying to ask you a question or point at things along the way, I love that. Now you can have this hanging down, or it is magnetic, just I like to pop it up like that just for a little bit more of a cleaner look. The canopy of the City Select LUX has the same great coverage, UPF 50, which protects baby from the sun. And of course, we know that the fabrics are a little higher end on the LUX, so it's very comfy and cozy in here for baby. Again, with the 5-point puzzle piece harness and an adjustable calf rest, which you can move up and down just to make baby feel a little more comfortable in the seat as they grow. Again, we're talking a very nice big basket. This one is elasticized on the front and the back, so baby really can help themselves if they're super thirsty and are looking for their sippy cup, a snack, or even their favorite toy. I already talked about the wheels, but of course you can lock them if you need to take on different types of terrain, which is ideal. You can do this on both the City Select and the City Select LUX. Now, I showed you earlier how the seat can flip around to be parent-facing or facing the world, and the same goes for the City Select LUX, the same easy way to do it, but I want to show you just so you have an idea as you're comparing which stroller is best for you. So we're gonna push down on these gray buttons, lift up. We've got the convenient handle, so I'm not gonna let go of the seat accidentally. And there you have it. Babe is now forward facing and staring at whoever is pushing them along the way. So I mentioned earlier that the City Select can convert into a double tandem stroller, and same goes for the City Select LUX. It's an amazing feature. So both seats hold 45 pounds, and the kit that converts your single stroller into a double stroller can also hold that same 45 pounds. So the weight limits for the strollers are the same. All right, so if you're in the research stage, this little fact is very interesting on the City Select LUX. So it weighs slightly more than the City Select, but somehow it manages to fold 30% smaller than the City Select. Now you're able to do this because with the fold, the seat on the City Select LUX folds into itself, allowing for a more compact fit wherever you're gonna store it. So I'll show you the fold now. So first I wanna make sure that my seat is facing out to the world. So I'll grab onto those gray buttons, use the black tabs that make sure you get a great fit, and there I'm clicked in. So the reason why you can get such a compact fold on the City Select LUX is the fact that the seat simply folds into itself, allowing for that 30% less of a presence versus the City Select. You're gonna go down, find the Baby Jogger logos and the word fold, simply lift up, and that's the fold on the City Select LUX. Now there are some tabs on the side to make sure that it's locked correctly, which is a great little feature. If you want to reopen it up, you simply open the tab, use the handlebar, and it'll pop right back up and you're ready to stroll. Now let's compare the City Select LUX side by side with the City Select. There are a couple of differences which you'll notice visually, and I want to make sure you get to see them before the end of this video. So we're back again with the strollers in question, the City Select and the City Select LUX. So essentially it comes down to fabric, features, and configuration and flexibility. So the City Select has 16 different configurations that it can be converted into, especially with that second seat. The City Select LUX actually has an extra 4 configurations, up to 20 different ways that you can format this stroller. That's because they offer a bench attachment that can be put on the top that holds up to 65 pounds. Both of these strollers can be converted into a very convenient stroller system. Just pop your infant seat right on top. You might need adapters depending on the brand of infant seat that you choose. So regardless of if you end up with the City Select or the City Select LUX from Baby Jogger, you're gonna have a great stroller on your hands. Let's just quickly point out the key differences again from the top. So the City Select has a parking brake on the side. The City Select LUX has this bicycle parking brake up top that you can release and have a little more control when strolling with baby. There are different fabric options. The wheels are different. We've got all-wheel suspension on all 4 wheels on the City Select LUX and just front-wheel suspension on the City Select. Both of them can accommodate up to 45 pounds per seat. There are some small aesthetic differences on the back, just a few extra storage options here. But ultimately, whatever one you choose, you've got an awesome Baby Jogger stroller on your hands. The frames have an amazing warranty. So if you're still undecided, head into store, touch and feel both of these gorgeous, luxurious strollers in person, and one of our Snuggle Bugz store advisors will be happy to help you choose the stroller that's best for you and your growing family.